What's going on, guys? This is Uncle Couch, your favorite uncle in terms of video games. Today I just want to talk about my first impressions with Resident Evil 9 Requiem. So this game right here, Resident Evil 9, was released by Capcom last month, the 27th of Feb 2026. So I'm a bit late in the party, but still I want to talk about my first thoughts about this game. So this game, apparently you can play two characters. That's gonna be Leon Kennedy and a new protagonist, Grace Ashcroft. Apparently she is the daughter of a lady named Elisa from Resident Evil Outbreak in 2003, if I'm not wrong. I haven't played that game back then, so I'm not sure about the backstory behind Elisa Ashcroft. So this game received a universal acclaim according to critics. In OpenCritic, it scored 95%. It's mostly 90% and above rating on most platforms. So it's very close with the rating of the RE4 remake. So it's quite a great game. So my first impressions, the moment I installed and played this game, literally I noticed the awesome graphics. The level of detail in this game is awesome. Also, you can see the reflection in the water, and you are playing Grace Ashcroft in the beginning, and apparently she's like a rookie FBI agent searching for clues on why are these people that survived the initial outbreak of the virus back in the Raccoon City incident are experiencing these types of symptoms again. So apparently Grace was tasked to investigate these incidents involving what I mentioned earlier. So in the first few minutes of the game, Grace traverses the city. It was a rainy day at that time. Without giving too much spoilers, so she spoke to one of the police and she went to a certain alleyway. The police thought that she was like a random lady walking around, but in fact she showed her badge on which she proved that she was an FBI agent. So she went to that alleyway and then the story started. And also, without spoiling too much, there's a flashback as well when Grace was a teenager with her mom Elisa in a hotel. Apparently something's going on in the hotel. Yeah, so it's quite eerie in the hotel setting. So what else can I say about this game? So this game apparently happened 28 years after the incident of the destruction of Raccoon City. So Leon Kennedy is already old in this game. So initially I thought Leon was like in his early 40s in this game, but apparently upon researching, he is in fact 51 years old, but he doesn't look that way. He looks way younger than that. Anyway, Leon Kennedy is a mature police officer here, and he's far away from being a rookie police officer back in the day during the Resident Evil 2 timeline. So in terms of gameplay, it's very similar to the likes of Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 4 Remake. And in terms of scores, it is very similar to the RE4 remake. In OpenCritic, RE4 remake received 98%, whereas this game received 95%. So it's an excellent game. So right off the bat, I've noticed that the graphics are insane. You can see that Capcom really spent a lot of money in this game. In fact, I am playing this on a base PS5, the fat one. So it is not as good as the PlayStation 5 Pro, but oh boy, the graphics still impressive. So moving forward, I can feel that this game is more of a horror game. Anyway, from the roots of it, it's a survival horror game. But what I mean by that is it's more like psychologically eerie, if you know what I'm saying. It's kind of like a combination of Outlast, the video game, and Silent Hill 2 with a 50% Resident Evil, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, so apparently moving forward to the game, Grace Ashcroft went to a hospital called Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center. It's an old hospital, and she wants to investigate what's going on in that hospital. Well, apparently, Grace Ashcroft was kidnapped by this guy called Victor Gideon. It's a guy with a metal mask. I don't know who he is, but he's a mystery guy. I think he's one of the main antagonists, if I'm not wrong. So she was kidnapped, and then she woke up, and she is already in a hospital called Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center. Basically, she wants to escape the hospital, and it was so eerie. And the zombies here are not your traditional Resident Evil zombies. There's a zombie here. It's a female zombie that looks like a ghost, but her height is like 12 feet or more, right? And then there's a zombie here that sings. It's so creepy, guys. Anyway, moving along. In terms of combat, it is very similar to RE4 Remake. You have your traditional handgun, shotgun, of course the traditional green herb and red herb, and also the medication spray that recovers your HP. Also, there's a sense of items being scarce, so you have to conserve items here, like in the past Resident Evil games. Also, there's a typewriter, the infamous typewriter from Resident Evil wherein you can save. It's actually very nostalgic. And apparently, I can feel an RE2 Remake vibe in this game. Especially, remember when Leon Kennedy met Officer Marvin? I forget his last name, but Officer Marvin, who was injured in a museum. Museum-like area turned to a police headquarters. So I'm having that vibe in the earlier stages of this game. Yeah, so basically, those are my first impressions, you know. You can see that it's already a AAA game. You can see the Capcom seal of quality. So I'm so excited to finish this game. I'm like 3 hours only in this game. I'm very early in this game. I'm not sure about how the story will unfold. So actually, my teenage daughter is playing it with me. So we're swapping controllers from time to time. Sometimes if she gets scared about a certain zombie that looks like a ghost, she gives the controller to me. So yeah. So basically, first impressions, it's a brilliant game. Highly recommended. So if you are a die-hard fan of Resident Evil, or if you're a fan of Silent Hill 2, Outlast, this is gonna be for you. So yeah, and I think that's all for this video. I'll see you next time.